Hello and welcome to Trojan Talk. I'm your host, Darren Taylor. Today I'll be talking to a pair of pageant contestants here with different pageants, but both representing Troy University in their own ways. Crowe, Miss Troy University, and Amanda Ford, Miss Cahaba Valley. Both of you are going to be in the Miss Alabama pageant coming up here in June. Is that right?
Yeah.
In June. But before that, you're doing a little work together for a charity benefiting the Miss America platform, I guess. Explain a little bit about what this is y'all are doing here.
Well, the Miss America platform is Children's Miracle Network Hospitals. So we're raising money for Children's Miracle Network so we can compete in Miss Alabama. We are going to have a pageant available for girls up to age 20 years old, and it's called Miss Southern Valentine.
And tell us a little about Miss Southern Valentine. I guess what made you guys come up with the idea of doing a pageant?
Well, we've seen a lot of other contestants in the past have these fundraisers that have been very successful, and we just wanted to have something that girls could participate in while having fun, also while we're raising money for this important cause. And
tell us a little about, I guess, what are the requirements? You mentioned briefly there some of the requirements, but who can get involved with this, and what do they need to know about being involved with it?
Really, anyone within the country could do it. We realize, most people from out of state aren't going to participate, but we don't have an area requirement, I guess. We have girls coming from Troy, Andalusia, and Opp, and so we expect to have a pretty big crowd.
And so now, if someone out there is still thinking about participating, I guess what are some of the, prerequisites, requirements for them to be a part of this so they can think, well, this is something I want to get involved with?
Well, we have a Facebook page right now, the Miss Southern Valentine pageant, where they can just contact myself or Caitlin, where we are able to give them an application to explain a little more of what they're expected to do that day. But overall, it's a really easy process for them to contact us and get involved.
And now we talked about a pageant, and both of you obviously participate in pageants. You're going to participate one in June. So is it, is it challenging being a pageant participant to organize and put together a pageant yourself while you're getting ready for a pretty big pageant yourself?
Right. It was kind of interesting for me. I didn't really realize how much planning and how much organization was going to go into it. But it's been fun. I think it's been a good experience for us to get another side of pageantry, other than what we're normally used to.
Right. We've been in a lot of pageants ourselves, so we've been able to see a lot of the way that it's been run before. And really, this is what we signed up to be, is that we have to be multitaskers all the time, a big job on our hands, and being able to apply for the job as Miss Alabama in June.
And now, of course, you guys have a lot to prepare for Miss Alabama, but in this pageant in particular, these contestants aren't going to have to do as much preparation for this pageant, right?
No, of course not. We expect a lot of newcomers as well as veterans in the pageant world. I think that's one of the benefits of this pageant. It's a great one that we can get started in, that girls who've never really been in pageants can get kind of an idea and a good feel of what it's like to compete in pageants.
And it's just, I guess, what do you call it, a beauty walk? Is that the type of pageant this is? That's why I'm saying they don't have to do as much in it, right?
Right. There's not a whole lot that they really have to prepare for. Really just show up that day, have a pretty dress to put on, and just display their confidence and walk across the stage.
Now, one of the things that people probably see in movies and stuff like that pageant girls kind of, maybe there's a little bit of competition involved, but this is a kind of a unique thing that you've got two contestants in Miss Alabama, maybe Miss America for one of you, but cooperating with each other and doing this. Is that, was that a challenge for you guys to work together to a common cause?
I don't think so at all. We've been friends. We actually became friends through pageants, and so that's just kind of the way we met. With us, it's never really been, I guess, a competition between each other. We've kind of always had that mutual understanding that this is all for fun and to better ourselves. So I don't think it's been difficult at all to work together. It's actually fun to have someone who understands what you're going through and what you're preparing for to do this with.
So many people have that stereotype and outlook of pageant girls, being so cutthroat at each other. But the great thing about Miss America system, and especially the Miss Alabama pageant, is they are there to make friends. And my first year at Miss Alabama, it's just amazing to see how much they're really there for you to help each other and help you along through this long process.
Now, if anyone out there watching wants to get involved, how can they get involved? How can they apply?
The best way to apply is to either look on our Facebook page or contact either me or Amanda through Facebook or through email.
All right. And when is the pageant?
The pageant's Sunday, February 17th at 2 o'clock in the Trojan Center ballrooms.
All right. And what's the deadline if anyone is interested in applying?
The deadline is February the 10th, which is just a few days before the actual pageant.
All right. Well, good luck with the pageant, and good luck again in Miss Alabama later this year. Thanks for joining me today.
Thank you for having us.